नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्तिमध्यमां नित्यानन्दपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। ललाटे त्रिपुण्ड्रीनितिलधृतकस्तूरीतिलकः स्फुरन्मालाधारस्फुरितकटिकौपीनवसनः ददानो दुष्टारं शिरसि फणिराजं शशिकलां प्रदीपः सर्वेषाम् अरुणगिरियोगी विजयते। Nityanandam. We welcome all the viewers of KAILASA'S Nityananda TV to the Karthigai Deepam celebrations here at the temples of Kailasa all around the world. Here in Adi Kailasa, Nityananda Sarvajna Pita, we have celebrated the first day celebrations of the Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Brahmotsavam. Today we are going to see all the festivities here in the temple, and we are going to also learn a little bit about the background of this festival and why it's so important to us and here in the Sangha. First thing is first, let us take a few moments to understand that it is the origin of this very Brahmotsavam which is very close to Swamiji's heart. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Shri Nityananda Paramashivam, hails from the temple town of Tiruvannamalai in South India, in Tamil Nadu. There is the beautiful mount of Arunachala, which is worshipped and is Paramashiva himself. Anyone who goes there will simply have liberation by seeing that mountain. It is in that very Kailasa ambience that Swamiji had grown up. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism lived in and out of that temple all out throughout the day. The temple of Sri Arunachaleshwara. It is in this very temple that Swamiji witnessed in his younger years the Karthigai Deepa Brahmotsavam. Let us take a few moments to understand what is a Brahmotsavam. A Brahmotsavam is an utsava or a celebration that is organized by the one who created the cosmos itself, by Lord Brahma, the creator. Here, this very festival is organized and created by Brahma and celebrated for Paramashiva himself. Every temple will have a main festival that everyone looks forward to for the whole year. It is in the Arunachaleshwara temple where millions gather for the Karthigai Deepam celebrations. This Karthigai Deepam is a very significant ritual, especially at the auspicious timings when the nakshatra of Bharani is in the sky. We learned that a Brahmotsavam is a festival organized by Brahma for a particular deity, and here it is organized for Paramashiva himself. Paramashiva is there living very powerfully as Arunachaleshwara in the Tiruvannamalai temple. The Panchabhuta Sthalas include the 5 elemental lingas. The Agni or fire linga is Arunachala himself, Arunachaleshwara. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism always says that whenever we go into the sanctum or the Garbha Mandir of Arunachaleshwara, they will always experience 2-3 degrees more heat in the atmosphere because he is fire himself, Agni. The story, we can now look forward to seeing the story of Arunachaleshwara, and how he manifested as the Lingodbhava and removed the ego of Brahma and Mahavishnu.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open.
At the time of the Brahmotsava, especially in preparation for the Yatra or procession, a grand procession of the deity as he comes out of the temple. Deno is the flying cow. The is the golden peacock. The deity's grace on during the Brahmotsava. It is a grand spectacle, of course, filled with lights and celebration. But it is the final day of this Brahmotsavam that is most important, that all anticipate for. It is the day of Karthiga Deepam, in the month of Karthigai. The Deepam, or a lamp, is lit on the top of the Arunachala hill. There are so much details and so much celebrations in this whole Brahmotsavam. The best way to have an experience is to listen to the voice of the Supreme Pontiff himself. So let us take a few minutes. Introduces the Brahmotsavam to us. of the Bharani Deepam is lit in the Arunachaleshwar temple. The lamp is lit, invoking the Skala and Nishka with a single lamp. Paramashiva says that the very lamp becomes Paramashiva at that moment. From that lamp, the whole Prakriti is created, and done in the ritual. A single lamp is lit, and from that lamp, lamps are lit for Paramashiva in the temple, representing the 5 faces of Paramashiva. We have with us the opportunity to see Swamiji himself do the ritual of the Karthigai Deepam. Let us get ready to see him in his very own devotion to Paramashiva, which is a spectacle in itself. So we had a beautiful darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as he himself light the Karthigai Deepam. As we were explaining, the morning, the lamp is lit, and from that lamp, many lamps are lit and kept before the deities of the temple, There is a lamp kept before Ganapati, a lamp kept for Venkateshwara, Devi, and all of the deities, Nandi. At the end of the day, the evening festival, which is known as Mahadipam, which is famously everyone calls as Karthiga Deepam, is the one where a large lamp is lit. And all the lamps that were lit throughout the day are maintained. And at the end of the day, all of them are brought and kept in the large lamp. And we saw in this oneness capsule, we saw he himself lights the lamp with the original lamp that was first lit in the morning. With that lamp, the main lamp of the festival is lit. The Kartika Deepam is lit, and there is the star of Kritika. And at this time, all the lamps are brought from all of the sannidhis of the temple, and all of those are merged into this lamp. It is a celebration of oneness with Paramashiva, where all of us come back and become in oneness with him. Now we are going to get ready to witness the Shatmurti Deeparadhana here in Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya. We have the pantheon of the main deities of this Brahmotsavam. Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Somaskandar, along with his deity of Periyavida and Swamiji's deity also. Then we have Anutsava Vigraha of Swamiji. Then we have the Ganapati, Subramanya, and the Lord Accountant of Kailasa, Chandikeshwara himself. All of these deities, this is the Shatmurti pantheon. This is a 6-deity procession, and all of them grace on their very own vahanas and go in a procession during the days of this Brahmotsavam. Here in Adi Kailasa, we are getting ready to offer the Shatmurti Deeparadhana, where a Shodashopachara Puja will be offered to them with the various array of lamps and grand things that are offered when a guest comes to your home. Rituals are a way of taking care of the deity as a royal child. When the deity comes to your home, how you will treat them as a royal guest is what are the details of how a ritual is designed in the Agamas. We welcome them, we fan them, we ensure they have their food, they have water, and they are comfortable. All this service is a pleasure and a treasure for us to do. We enjoy it and we want to go on doing it. It is called Nityotsava, literally eternal celebration. In our temples, we have a Nityotsava also, where every day there is a celebration for Nityanandeshwara, where he is kept to bed in the night, woken up by us with beautiful songs in the morning, and celebrated throughout the day with rituals, processions, aartis, and various things. So the whole year is literally a celebration here in our temples. And this is the revival of Kailasa that the Supreme Pontiff is bringing. We have great fortune to be also having the divine presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism during these days. He is also anticipating to see the darshan of Periyanayakar and to see all of us celebrate Paramashiva along with him. So we have all these festivities coming up. Of course, the next days of the Brahmotsavam have special rituals that we are all excited to share with you all. The third day of the Brahmotsavam has the Shankha Abhishekam, where a unique type of Shankha or conch is kept. Shankha is a vessel that is at origins from the ocean, and water is kept in it and sanctified through ritual. And with that water, Abhishekam is offered, or the sacred bath is offered to the Mula Vigraha of Nityanandeshwara here in the temple. A collection of hundreds of these conches we have, and we save them, keep them preciously clean for this festival alone. And every year we keep the hundreds of conches and do the ritual, invoking in them the various forms of Paramashiva. And from that, the water is energized. There are many various benefits in the agamas that are described by the water from the conch. We keep the water and offer it, and that is what is the Shankabhisheka celebration during this Brahmotsav. It's a very unique part of the whole festival. Apart from that, we have the Utsava in the morning also. In the morning, Chandrasekhara, another form of Paramashiva, graces along with Mahaganapati in the Arunachaleshwara temple and here in Adi Kailasa as well. We have also the festival of all of the 9 namars, where all of them come out and grace during the Brahmotsavam on the 6th day. And it is on the 7th day where the whole day is celebrated with Paramashiva coming on the chariot, the wooden chariot. This festival is known as the Rathotsavam. Following that day, Paramashiva graces as Bhikshandavar, who comes and to enlighten the Tarukavana Rishis, who in their ego think that they are all powerful and they forget Paramashiva. They are affected by Apasmasura and they forget that Paramashiva is the one who runs the whole cosmos. In that, Paramashiva graces them as Bhikshandavar and liberates them from that ego. It's a beautiful story. And that whole Leela is enacted in this Brahmotsavam also on the 8th day as the Bhikshandavar Utsavam. Then we have the Utsavam of the main festival, which is Karthigai Deepam, the Bharani Deepam in the morning. And then the Tirthavari, which is a beautiful ritual of relaxing the energy that is there in the Brahmotsavam. Tremendous of excitement and heat and energy is there when the deity. To relax the energy of the deity, we do the Tirthavari, where every temple has a temple tank to sanctify anyone who comes with a sacred bath. So the deity also is taken there, the Astradeva, who is the very weapon of Paramashiva, the Pashupatastra, and he is also celebrated and worshipped throughout the Brahmotsavam. All the paraphernalia, all of the Kailasa itself celebrates this Brahmotsavam, whether it is the Rakshasas, whether it is the Devatas, whether it is the Asuras, whether it is the people from the Bhuloka, whether it is the people from Svargaloka, all of the cosmos celebrates the Brahmotsavam, and it is a cosmic celebration in itself. Beautifully, Swamiji describes on the 5th day and the 6th day of the Brahmotsavas the beings that are liberated. It is on the 5th day that Paramashiva graces on the Vrishabha Vahana, the bull vehicle, and liberates all of the Shivacharyas and those who touch the Tirumeni, the very body of the deity, and do worship and do the seva to him. It is on the 6th day that Paramashiva graces on the silver chariot, and it is on the silver chariot where all the lokas that are moon based are worshipped, are given liberation. On the 7th day, Paramashiva manifests in the wooden chariot in the Rathotsavam, and he liberates all of Bhuloka, which is specific to wood, the wooden chariot. And of course, even on the 9th day, all the Rakshasas, Ravana, and all the Bhutas are all liberated by Paramashiva. It is on this day actually in the Arunachaleshwara temple, Paramashiva graces on the Swarna Kailasa Vahana, the Vahana where you will see literally Ravana holding up a mountain upon which Paramashiva, the deity of Parinaraka, is sitting and gracing. Beautifully, the garlands are decorated with the on the Somaskandar Paramashiva, where literally Paramashiva is gracing along with Periyavide and Swamiji's deity, showing how all of them are literally from him, originating from him, and merging into him. One of the sevas that is close to the heart of Paramashiva, of our beloved Swamiji, is the seva of feeding the sadhus and the spiritual seekers. Here in our Kailasa campus in Thiruvannamalai, Annadanam is continuously given to the sadhus who gather to see the darshan of Annamalayar, of Arunachaleshwara, especially in these festive times. Annadanam is being continuously given to all of those devotees also. If you have an opportunity to see the scriptures of the Peruvi Puranam describing the devotees of Paramashiva, the Nayanmars, you will see the amount of respect and love that they have and they celebrate when they see another devotee of Paramashiva. Anybody who wears the Tirumala Varga Vedam or the Bhasma on the forehead or the Rudraksha Kantamala on his throat, literally we see Paramashiva himself has come in front of us. And this is the way that the Nayanmars teach us to see Paramashiva in everyone. In the same way, Swamiji is bringing all of the devotees who gather in Arunachaleshwara's festival the opportunity to have the Annadanam, food energized and blessed for healing and enlightenment itself. In our campus, continuous Annadanam is being given at the Tiruvannamalai Adinam, the Tiruvannamalai Kailasa. It is always the greatest privilege and joy and punya, merit, karmic merit, to offer food to those who are devotees of Paramashiva. We are now getting ready to see the darshan of Annamalayar and of the deities in the Deeparadhana. The Deeparadhana, we offer the Adikarati. The lamps are lit with the healing sesame oil, an organic oil that is used, and when lit, the lamp is lit, it creates a beautiful ambience that heals the very air, the prana in the air. And when these lamps are lit in an array of vessels, they are offered as an Adik Arati, a tower of lamps to the deity. The first lamp is the Adik lamp that we'll be offering, and then the Trinetra Deepa is offered. These offerings are made with mantras that are there from the Rig Veda and the Yajurvedas. Chanting the Veda mantras energizes the very prana in the air around us. Listening to it is enough for us to experience that benefit. So much healing effects are there when we hear the Veda mantras being chanted. And when we see the beautiful deities in their alankarams, our eyes just open up. It is all about giving that beautiful experience of beautiful darshan. That is why everyone waits and anticipates the few moments to see the darshan of the deity and to enjoy the alankar of Paramashiva. The mirrors, the fans, the flags, and the fans are all offered to Paramashiva in the Shodashopushara Deeparadhana, followed by Mantra Pushpanjali and the chanting of specific mantras from various Vedas. Paramashiva is the Veda Priya. He enjoys listening to the chants from the Vedas that he himself has spoken. Then the offering of the Dravida Veda or the Devarams, beautiful Tamil songs that are written in deep devotion to Paramashiva, especially Arunachaleshwara Paramashiva. With deep anticipation and eagerness, we await the Darshan and the Deeparadhana of the deities here in Adi Kailasa, Nityananda Pita, Sarvagnya Pita. In the Arunachala Purana, the description of Arunagiri Yogeshwara is there in the Dhyana Shloka, literally the first verse of the whole Arunachala Purana. And we sing this verse every day in our puja, in our prayers also. This is the mantra where we sing Lalathe Tripundri Nitiladhuta Kasturi Tilakaha Spuranmaladhara Spuritakadikaupi Navasanaha Tadano Dushtaram Shirasi Bhanirajam Shashikalam Pradipas Sarvesham Arunagiri Yogi Vijayate. Celebrating the Arunagiri Yogeshwara, who graces with the Kasturi Tilaka and the Paniraja and the Shashikala, the moon and the king cobra as ornaments. He is the Paramashiva that we worship as Arunagiri, the one who hails from the hill of Arunachala. The very Nityanandeshwara in our temple, the Sakala Murti, who is installed here by Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, is a magnificent 7 feet tall deity of Nityanandeshwara and Nityanandeshwari, whom we are about to have the darshan of now, along with the Mula Vigraha of Sri Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva and the Shat Murtis. This very deity has been handcrafted by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and it is not just a matter of art, but prana pratishta is a matter of every element that is there in the deity. From creating and procuring the copper and the various metals, the way that copper settles into the deity, the way the deity is made, all of these intricate details are all thought through and done by Swamiji himself when making these deities, such that the energy that is installed in them radiates for thousands of years to come. Having the darshan of the deity is a chance and an opportunity to step out of our normal day-to-day things that we see, the beautiful alankaras, the grand festivities, the lights and the decorations, or an escape from the usual day-to-day things that we see in our life. Larger than life things and things that are beautiful is a part of our tradition, celebrating with all the colors. That is why we see the alankaras all the colors are used.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
ಅರುಣಾಚಲ ಶಿವನೇ ನಿತ್ಯ ಅರುಣಾಚಲ ಶಿವನೇ அபயம் தந்தம்மையாட்கொண்டிடவே அபயம் தந்தம்மையாட்கொண்டிடவே கருணையால் உதித்தவனே நித்ய அருணாச்சல சிவனே ಶಿವನೇ ನಿತ್ಯ ಅರುಣಾಚಲ ಶಿವನೇ ಅಭಯಂ ತಂದಮ್ಮಯಾಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿಡವೆ ಅಭಯಂ ತಂದಮ್ಮಯಾಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿಡವೆ ಕರುಣೆಯಲುದಿದ್ದವನೇ ನಿತ್ಯ ಅರುಣಾಚಲ ಶಿವನೇ
to have the darshan of Annamalayar. The lines literally last kilometers just to have the glimpse of the deity of Arunachaleshwara. Because he is really there and he manifests so many things for all of those people. For all of us, he is the source, and from him, whatever we have, whatever we will have, is manifested. He is the one who has created, the one who has given us, all of us, the good. He has also the one who has given us all the things we wanted, knowing that we will go into delusion with those things. But in his compassion, he gives those to us, and we go through the karmic cycle and again come back to him. It is a path of devotion and a path of Shiva Bhakti to again and again remember Paramashiva. It is to be like him, to live like him, to wear your dress like him, to wear the same favorite things that he wears, whether it is the Rudraksha, or whether it is the Bhasma, or whether it is the Tripundri, whether it is the Yajnopavita, or all the Abharanas, or the minimalistic lifestyle that Paramashiva has. Whatever it is, to live like him and to celebrate like him is the highest Shiva Bhakti. When we prepare ourselves to have the darshan of Paramashiva, all the thoughts come of how it is his darshan will be, what it is that will manifest, will he really give us what we seek? But again and again we find that he gives us what we want, and he gives us so much more. He gives us the very oneness with him. The possibility of enlightenment itself. It is for these few moments of the darshan of the deity that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashivam, waits just to see a glimpse of Periyanayakar. When he sees, if you see this oneness capsule, you would have had the beautiful opportunity to see how he raises his hands in namaskara. You can see the whole prana that just comes out of his body when he raises his hands and celebrates Paramashiva. It is the greatest gift, the greatest privilege to see the devotion of Swamiji. Because when we see the devotion, it just becomes us. We melt, and it is like that devotion is our own. Always, even Sri Ramakrishna was asked, why do you offer puja? Why do you do pujas? Because there is no benefit for you. You're already Paramashiva, you're already Bhagavan. In the same way, Swamiji tells that I do it to show you how to have devotion. I do it to show you how you have the possibility to be more devoted, to connect deeper. In this same way, he anticipates and waits for the darshan of Paramashiva. The nine Mars, and in their lifestyle, you will see the stories, very simple stories of devotees who, from their gardens, pluck flowers for Paramashiva and offer them, and in that way just merge into Paramashiva and have the enlightenment. Those devotees who see those who come as Paramashiva in their lives, to see everyone as Paramashiva in their lives, they also are there as nine Mars, and their Shiva Bhakti is shown through their simple acts. There is one even Nayanmar who is a Buddhist but who cannot worship the Shivalinga, but every day with deep devotion he will take a stone and throw it on the Shivalinga. He gets the darshan of Paramashiva and he gets liberation. If you just see the action, you will just see somebody who is not a part of this religion throwing a stone on a deity who he is not connected with. But the way he offers, Paramashiva knows. He knows the devotion. He knows the context. He knows from where it is your intention is. And with that, He blesses and gives us what we need. And in that way, you would have seen the Buddhist just throw a stone, but it is the way he throws as an offering to Paramashiva only is what was his intention, and that manifested, and Paramashiva manifested in his life. Such simple ways. It is in these moments that we can take a chance to look into ourselves to see what it is our true intentions are. Bring the deep awareness and silence as we anticipate the darshan of Paramashiva, and bring inside us a deep restful awareness, because it is in that space of deep restful awareness and gratitude which is the best way to receive Paramashiva. All of the scriptures, all of the Kriya Pada rituals describe the darshan of the deity. And before invoking the deity or doing any worship to the deity, which we are now about to do, we must always cognize the nyasa, becoming literally one in oneness with the deity, and worshipping ourselves and energizing ourselves, visualizing ourselves literally as Paramashiva. As we wait to see the darshan of Paramashiva, make sure to check and ensure you have the bhasma, the rudraksha, and you are ready to receive him. The bhasma tripundri, the kunkuma, and the rudraksha we celebrate. The Tirumala Vargavedam is the way we show our devotion to Paramashiva, saying we love him and we love to live like him. The Charya Pada and Kriya Pada give the details in the Agamas on how to live as Paramashiva wants and as Paramashiva lives. Also, during these festivity times, devotees practice fasting and nirahara samyama to ensure that they have the most best experience from the temple ambience. Relaxing your digestive system so that it does not consume or so much of our energy, giving it a short vacation through the fasting and nirahara samyamas, we turn that energy inwards into our seeking, and that manifests as beautiful darshan and beautiful experiences in our lives. As we always describe the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashivam, as the Rudraksha Priya, the one who has the Rudraksha as the favorite abharana, the favorite ornament. Having the Rudraksha Mala, having the Rudraksha Kantamala, having the armband, the wristbands, and the Rudrakshas touching the various energy points of our body, aligns our energies to be able to best receive Paramashiva. That is why the best attire to receive Paramashiva in is wearing the Rudraksha and the Bhasma, the Tirumala Vargavedam. And in Kailasa's lifestyle, we have what Paramashiva describes as the Jatalankara, having jatas. Of course, the Agamas describe also the importance of how we should have an open shoulder when it comes to seeing the deity. We should not wear any cloth on our shoulders when we have the darshan of the deity, especially in all the Shiva temples. The males wear a simple upper cloth and a dhoti to see the deity. Light clothes, fresh clothes, cotton clothes. These are the ways to receive Paramashiva, to receive the energy and the darshan of the deity. Freshening yourself up, taking a bath, and preparing yourself to receive Paramashiva is a daily routine in the Kailasa ambience and in all the temples around the world. Where you will get your flowers, which flowers you will offer, in which place you will get the flowers. These meticulous details is the celebration of the Kailasa ambience. How you'll go to the path, how you'll go and attend to Paramashiva. All of these are ways that we enjoy and entertain ourselves with Paramashiva in and out of our lives. The temple ambience is literally where the air is filled with Paramashiva. The whole town talks about the deity, how he graced, how Devi looked, how beautiful Subramanya looked along with Vadi Devasena, how adorable and amazingly grand Ganapati looked, how they did the Alankar and how the grace of Periyanayakar is, how his face just glowed like anything. These details are what is treasured in the temples today and are the details of what we also are now going to look forward to experiencing. Our hearts filled with love and devotion when we see the deities, and after that listening to the Devarams, listening to the grand chants where others who have had the similar intoxifying experience when seeing Paramashiva sang from their hearts. When we listen to those songs, the same experience is experienced inside us, and we also cherish that devotion to Paramashiva. Chanting the Veda mantras from the navel center reverberates the whole ecosystem and energizes the stone temples and creates such an ambience of tranquility. As we await the darshan of Paramashiva, we can take these moments to select the correct prayers and the choicest ways of offering our love and devotion to Paramashiva. It is in these moments where we can also anticipate how we will celebrate him more tomorrow, how we will celebrate him more next time. That is always the celebration in the Brahmotsam, is how we are going to give more, how we are going to celebrate him more, how he is actually there more, how we can see him more in our lives, how we can celebrate him more in our lives. And that is always what is the conversation, and that is always what we always discuss. And it is the most life positive ambience to surrender and just see Paramashiva as everything. During these days, in the Arunachaleshwara's temple, millions flock to the temple, and of course the Girivalam path, which is the circumambulation of the Arunachala hill. Millions go around the hill, and it is on that very Girivalam path that we have the Kailasa in Tiruvannamalai, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is blessing all those who come with Annadanam, food for enlightenment, the highest and the best food with the best jnana and the best knowledge and the best enriching. All of these are the way that Supreme Pontiff himself is reviving and showing us how to take care of the devotees of Paramashiva, how to attend to them, because they are all Paramashiva also. Just like how all the 9 Mars teach us, just like how all the Agamas teach us. Seeing everyone as Paramashiva is what the opportunity is that is Annidan. And selfless service of food continuously with all types of varieties, healthy organic food is the Annadanam that is continuously going on in the Tiruvannamalai Kailasa. During these festivities, thousands and upon thousands of people are coming through our doors, where we are offering continuous Annadanam to them. Paramashiva is also decorated with the various ornaments, the Swarna Bharanas, the Rajata Bharanas, and the Ratna Bharanas. Jewels that are made of the precious gems, of the precious metals as well. Bilvapatra, Rudraksha, Vidruma, all of these are the favorites of Paramashiva and are described in the Agamas as various offerings that you can offer to Paramashiva. We see, having the darshan of Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva, the coins around him, the Kasumalas, as well as the Bilvapatra malas, and Annamalayar always graces with the Mundamala, a specific golden pendant representing the Munda, or the heads that are literally the egos that all of us surrender at his feet. Beautifully, Annamalayar also graces during this Brahmotsavam with fruit decorations, and in his left hand an apple. In the everyday puja that we offer to Paramashiva, we who take the Vishesha Diksha from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who is the Nijavatar of Paramashiva, the Agamas describe the way that the Guru takes one, gives that person the experience of Paramashivatva through the initiation into the Samaya Diksha and establishes him in that space, and how that person from there moves into the various Dikshas of Nirvana Diksha and Jivan Mukti and so forth. Those of us who wear the Kantamala, all of us have received the Samaya Diksha, and all of those who have the Atmalinga have received the Vishesha Diksha, where you have the right to worship Paramashiva, celebrate him in all his forms, in all of the Shiva temples, and have him continuously on our bodies in the form literally as a Atmalinga. after the Vishesha Diksha is given to a being, every day that person should offer puja to the Atmalinga till he leaves the body. The Atmalinga that Swamiji has given us and blessed us with is the Sri Yantreshwara Spatikalinga, whom we offer our Atmartha puja every day. Atmartha is our personal puja of our own, offering it to the embodiment of Paramashiva that we carry with us every day, the Spatika crystal Atmalinga. When we offer puja to Paramashiva every day, we anticipate more and more how we can offer better and better pujas to him. When we take our devotion to the temple, we take whatever we have offered in the Atmartha puja, little bit more we take and offer to the deities of the temple. Here in Adi Kailasa Nityananda Pita Sarvagnya Pita, we offer every day the Bilva Archana to the deities of the deities in the Garbha Mandir of the temple. We have the deities of Nityanandeshwara, Nityanandeshwari, a magnificent deity who is 7 feet in height, life size, and 7 tons in weight. Along with them, we have a 6 feet beautiful deity of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Shri Nityananda Paramashivam, and the founder of the Mahanirvani Akhada, Kapila Mahamuni. We have with them the Bhogamurtis of the temple as well. These deities are Bhoga, literally those who we offer food to and are attended to every day with meals and services as such. These Bhogamurtis are taken and kept in the Palieri, the traditional Saina Alaya, a grand room where their beds are there, and they go and rest there every evening after the temple closes for the evening. In the morning, early morning, they are the first to raise in the temple, and we bring them out and keep them in the Garbhalaya. And throughout the day, the Uttamottama Sevas are offered to them, offering the best of the best offerings described in the Agamas, with the Nritya, Sangita, the chanting from various Agamas and Vedas. The Uttamottama Seva describes a 8 Kala Puja, where 8 times a day Paramashiva receives worship. The Kamikagama goes on to describe what is the Uttamottama Paksha Puja and what are all the offerings in it as well. Here in Kailasa's Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya, all of the Uttamottama Sevas are offered, taking and selecting the choicest mantras, procedures, and celebrating Paramashiva more and more as per the traditions, reviving the whole tradition and celebrating it as we do. After that, all of the prasada that is offered to Paramashiva is distributed to all of us and all of the villages around, and Annadanam is always continuously happening, taking the prasada, taking the blessed food of the deities. The food is cooked in the traditional temple kitchen called as the Madapalli, where specific kriyas are describing how to cook the food for Paramashiva as per the Kamikagama, and that food is cooked, traditionally kept, and offered correctly on time as per the way and the schedule that Paramashiva describes in the Agamas in the Ushat Kalam in the early mornings, along with the various Kalams throughout the day. Kala meaning the time when the rituals happen. Here in the Adi Kailasa Nityananda Pita, we have a larger than life form of Paramashiva also, the Kalpavriksha, whose energy and breathing space literally heals anybody who comes near it. That is why the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism always describes it as a healing tree. Any ailment, physical, psychological, can be healed just by those who come and spend some time here in the Adi Kailasa Kshetra, being in the breathing space of the Paramashiva here. Supreme Pontiff describes the way that one should have the darshan of the banyan tree as the cosmic manifestation of Paramashiva, with the thousands of leaves as thousands of faces and thousands of hands and thousands of arms, as the cosmos itself manifests in front of you in the form of the Kalpavriksha, the banyan tree.
യുഗ അഗ്നി ത്രേതയിൽ മാണിക്കം ദ്വാപരത്താമിരമാം ഉയർ ദ്വാപരത്താമിരമാം കലിയുഗം ഉയ്യ അരുണാചല இந்த கலியுகம் உய்ய அருணாச்சல திரு மலையன எழுந்தவனே நித்ய அருணாச்சல சிவனே அருணாச்சல சிவனே நித்ய அருணாச்சல சிவனே அபயம் தந்தம்மையாட்கொண்டிடவே அபயம் தந்தம்மையாட்கொண்டிடவே கருணையால் உதித்தவனே நித்ய அருணாச்சல சிவனே
நித்யானந்தம் பரமசுகதம் கேவலம் ஞானமூர்த்திம் द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशम् तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलम् सर्वधी साक्षिभूतम् भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितम् सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भा नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्तिमध्यमा नित्यानन्दपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ललाटे त्रिपुण्ड्रे निटिलकृतकस्तूरीतिलकः स्फुरन्मालाधारस्फुरितकटिकौपीनवसनः दधानो दुस्तारं शिरसि फणिराजं शशिकलां प्रदीपः सर्वेषाम् अरुणगिरियोगी विजयते। शिवाय रुद्राय शिवार्चिताय महानुभावाय महेश्वराय सोमाय सूक्ष्माय सुरेश्वराय शोणाद्रिनाथाय नमः शिवाय। ॐ शिवाय नमः। ॐ महेश्वराय नमः। ॐ पिनाकिने नमः। ॐ शशिशेखराय नमः। ॐ वामदेवाय नमः। ॐ विरूपाक्षाय नमः। ॐ कपर्दिने नमः। ॐ नीललोहिताय नमः। ॐ शङ्कराय नमः। ॐ शूलपाणये नमः। ॐ खट्वाङ्गिने नमः। ॐ विष्णुवल्लभाय नमः। ॐ शिविविष्टाय नमः। ॐ अम्बिकानाथाय नमः। ॐ श्रीकण्ठाय नमः। ॐ भक्तवत्सलाय नमः। ॐ भवाय नमः। ॐ शर्वाय नमः। ॐ त्रिलोकेशाय नमः। ॐ शितिकण्ठाय नमः। ॐ शिवाप्रियाय नमः। ॐ उग्राय नमः। ॐ कपालिने नमः। ॐ कामारये नमः। ॐ अन्धकासुरसूदनाय नमः। ॐ गङ्गाधराय नमः। ॐ ललाटाक्षाय नमः। ॐ कालाकालाय नमः। ॐ कृपानिधये नमः। ॐ भीमाय नमः। ॐ परशुहस्ताय नमः। ॐ मृगपाणये नमः। ॐ जटाधराय नमः।
ॐ जटाधराय नमः।
ॐ कैलासवासिने नमः।
ॐ कैलासवासिने नमः।
ॐ कवचिने नमः।
ॐ कवदिने नमः।
ॐ कठोराय नमः।
ॐ कठोराय नमः।
ॐ त्रिपुरान्तकाय नमः।
ॐ त्रिपुरान्तकाय नमः।
ॐ वृषाङ्काय नमः।
ॐ वृषाङ्गाय नमः।
ॐ वृषभारूढाय नमः।
ॐ वृषभारूढाय नमः।
ॐ भस्मोद्वालितविग्रहाय नमः।
ॐ भस्मोद्धूलितविग्रहाय नमः।
ॐ सामप्रियाय नमः।
ॐ सामप्रियाय नमः।
ॐ स्वरमयाय नमः।
ॐ स्वरमयाय नमः।
ॐ त्रयीमूर्तये नमः।
ॐ त्रयीमूर्तये नमः।
ॐ अनीश्वराय नमः
ॐ अनीश्वराय नमः
ॐ सर्वज्ञाय नमः
ॐ सर्वज्ञाय नमः
ॐ परमात्मने नमः
ॐ परमात्मने नमः
ॐ सोमसूर्याग्निलोचनाय नमः
ॐ सोमसूर्याग्निलोचनाय नमः
ॐ हविषे नमः
ॐ हविषे नमः
ॐ यज्ञमयाय नमः
ॐ यज्ञमयाय नमः
ॐ सोमाय नमः
ॐ सोमाय नमः
ॐ हविषे नमः
ॐ हविषे नमः
ॐ पञ्चवक्त्राय नमः
ॐ पञ्चवक्त्राय नमः
ॐ सदाशिवाय नमः
ॐ सदाशिवाय नमः
ॐ विश्वेश्वराय नमः
ॐ विश्वेश्वराय नमः
ॐ वीरभद्राय नमः
ॐ वीरभद्राय नमः
ॐ गणनाथाय नमः
ॐ गणनाथाय नमः
ॐ प्रजापतये नमः
ॐ प्रजापतये नमः
ॐ हिरण्यरेतसे नमः
ॐ हिरण्यरेतसे नमः
ॐ गिरीशाय नमः
ॐ गिरीशाय नमः
ॐ गिरीशाय नमः
ॐ गिरीशाय नमः
ॐ भुजङ्गभूषणाय नमः
ॐ भुजङ्गभूषणाय नमः
ॐ गिरिधन्वने नमः
ॐ गिरिधन्वने नमः
ॐ गिरिप्रियाय नमः
ॐ गिरिप्रियाय नमः
ॐ पुरारातये नमः
ॐ पुरारातये नमः
जगद्गुरवे नमः
जगद्गुरवे नमः
ॐ व्योमकेशाय नमः
ॐ व्योमकेशाय नमः
ॐ महासेनजनकाय नमः
ॐ महासेनजनकाय नमः
ॐ चारुविक्रमाय नमः
ॐ चारुविक्रमाय नमः
ॐ रुद्राय नमः
ॐ रुद्राय नमः
ॐ भूतपतये नमः
ॐ भूतपतये नमः
ॐ स्थानवे नमः
ॐ स्थानवे नमः
ॐ अहिर्बुध्नवे नमः
ॐ अहिर्बुध्नवे नमः
ॐ अहिर्बुध्याय नमः
ॐ अधर्बुध्याय नमः
ॐ दिगम्बराय नमः
ॐ दिगम्बराय नमः
ॐ अष्टमूर्तये नमः
ॐ अष्टमूर्तये नमः
ॐ अनेकात्मने नमः
ॐ अनेकात्मने नमः
ॐ स्वात्विकाय नमः
ॐ सात्विकाय नमः
ॐ शुद्धविग्रहाय नमः
ॐ शुद्धविग्रहाय नमः
ॐ शाश्वताय नमः
ॐ शाश्वताय नमः
ॐ अजाय नमः
ॐ अजाय नमः
ॐ मृडाय नमः
ॐ मृडाय नमः
ॐ पाशविमोचकाय नमः
ॐ पाशविमोचकाय नमः
ॐ मृडाय नमः
ॐ मृडाय नमः
ॐ पशुपतये नमः
ॐ पशुपतये नमः
ॐ देवाय नमः
ॐ देवाय नमः
ॐ महादेवाय नमः
ॐ महादेवाय नमः
ॐ अव्ययाय नमः
ॐ अव्ययाय नमः
ॐ अव्यग्राय नमः
ॐ अव्यग्राय नमः
ॐ दक्षाध्वरहराय नमः
ॐ दक्षाध्वरहराय नमः
ओम हराय नमः
ओम हराय नमः
ओम भगनेत्रभिदे नमः
ओम भवनेत्रभिदे नमः
ओम अव्यक्ताय नमः
ओम अव्यक्ताय नमः
ओम सहस्राक्षाय नमः
ओम सहस्राक्षाय नमः
ओम सहस्रपादे नमः
ओम सहस्रपादे नमः
ओम अनंताय नमः
ओम अनंताय नमः
ओम तारकाय नमः
ओम तारकाय नमः
ओम परमेश्वराय नमः
ओम परमेश्वराय नमः अथ धूपः
धूर्वन्तं धूर्वतयोऽस्मान् धूर्वतितं धूर्वयं वयं धूर्वावस्त्वं देवानामशिधस्थितमं वप्रितमं दुष्टतमं वह्नितमं देवहूतममहृतमसि हविर्दानं दृगुंहस्वं ख्वामित्रस्य त्वा चक्षुषा प्रेक्ष्ये माभिर्मा संविष्ठा मा त्वाहि गुंसिषम्। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। धूपमाघ्रापयामि। उद्दीप्य स्वजातवेदोपघ्निर्निरतिं मम पशोगस्तमह्यमावह जीवनं च दिशो दिशा मानो हिगुंसेज्जातवेदो वामश्वं पुरुषं जगत् अभिभ्रदग्न आगहे श्रियामहापरिपातया। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिवाय नमः।
दीपं संदर्शयामि।
अथ नैवेद्यम् ॐ मधुवातारदायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्न सन्तोषधीः मधुरक्तमुतोषसि मधुमत्पार्थिवगुम्रजः मधुद्योरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुमागुमस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः मधु मधु मधु।
श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि।
ॐ पूज्य
पूगीफलसमायुक्तं नागवल्लीदलेयुतं कर्पूरचूर्णसंयुक्तं ताम्बूलं प्रतिगृह्यताम् ताम्बूलं समर्पयामि। असो यस्ताम्रो अरुणौ दभभृत्सु मङ्गलः ये क्षेमागुं रुद्रा अभितो दिक्षश्रिता सहस्रशो वैशाखुं हेडैमहे अतो योपसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः उदैनं गोपादृशन्नदृशन्नुदार्यः उदैनं विश्वभूतानि सदृष्टो मृडयति नः नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीढुषे अथो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोऽन्तेभ्यो करन्नमः प्रमुञ्च धन्वनस्त्वमुभयोराज्ञयोज्याम् याश्च ते हस्तैः पराता भगवो वप अवदत्यतनुस्वगुं सहस्राक्षसतेषु ते निशीर्य शल्यानामुखा शिवो न सुमनापप विद्यं ननुकपर्दिनो विशल्यो बाणवागुं अने सन्नस्येष वापुरस्य निषङ्गतिः या ते हेतिर्मीडुष्टमहस्ते बभूवते धनुः तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुजा नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधाय नातताय धृष्णवे उभाभ्यामुत ते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्त विश्वतः अथो य इषुधिस्तवारे अस्मन्निधेहितम्
up down
सांग्रहण्येष्ट्यायजते इमां जनतागुं संगृह्णानीति द्वादशारत्नीरशना भवति द्वादश मासा संवत्सरः संवत्सरमेवावरुन्धे मौञ्जी भवति ऊर्ग्वै मुञ्जाः ऊर्जमेवावरुन्धे चित्रा नक्षत्रं भवति चित्रं वा एतत् कर्म श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। कर्पू अलंकारीपदर्शयामि। ॐ त्रीणि त्रीणि वैरेवानां वृद्धानि त्रीणि छन्दागुंसे त्रीणि सवनानि त्रय इमे लोकाः हृद्यामेव तद्वीर्य एषु लोकेषु प्रतिष्ठति यच्चातुर्मास्य याज्यात्मनो नावद्येत्। ॐ ईशानः सर्वविद्यानाम् ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपतिर्ब्रह्मणोऽधिपतिर्ब्रह्म शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवो। तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ अघोरेभ्यो घोरेभ्यो घोरघोरतरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यो नमस्ते अस्तु रुद्ररूपेभ्यः। वामदेवाय नमो ज्येष्ठाय नमः श्रेष्ठाय नमो रुद्राय नमः कालाय नमः कलविकरणाय नमो बलाय नमो बलप्रमथनाय नमः बलाय नमो बलप्रमथनाय नमः सर्वभूतदमनाय नमो मनोन्मनाय नमः। सद्यो जातं प्रपद्यामि सद्यो जाताय वै नमो नमः। भवे भवेनादि भवे भव स्वमां भवोद्भवाय नमः। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। पंचमुख दीपं संदर्शयामि। ॐ हिरण्यपात्रं मधो पूर्णं ददाति मधव्यो सानीति एकधा ब्रह्मण उपहरति एकधैव यजमान आयुष्येयो दधाति। ॐ तन्महेशाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परम शिवाय नमः।
श्री सर्वदेव
देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परम शिवाय नमः। कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि। ॐ नवो नवो भवति जायमानोऽह्नां केतुरुषसामेत्यग्रं भागं देवेभ्यो विदधात्याजिन्भ चन्द्रमा स्थिरते दीर्घमायुः। ॐ ऊर्ध्वानं दिवो अरतिं पृथिव्या वैश्वानरमृताय जातमग्निं कविगुं सम्राजमतिथिं जनानामासन्नापात्रं जरयन्त देवाः। ॐ दूरमस्मच्छत्रवो यन्तु भीताः तदिन्द्राग्निं कृणुतां तद्विशाखे तन्नो देवा अनुमदन्तु यज्ञं पश्चात् पुरस्तादभयन्नो अस्तु। ॐ वायुस्तागुमग्रे प्रमुमोक्तु देवः प्रजापतिः प्रजया संविधानः प्रमुञ्चमाना भुवनस्य रेतो गातुं धत्त यजमानाय देवाः उपाकृतगुं शशमानं यदस्थात् जीवं देवानामप्येतुपाथः। ॐ केतुं कृण्वन्न केतवेपेशो मर्या अपेशसे समुषद्भिरजायताः ब्रह्मा देवानां पदवी कवीनां ऋषिर्विप्राणां महिषो मृगाणां श्येनो गृध्रा नागस्वधितिर्वना नागस्सोमः पवित्रमत्येतिरेभन्ने सचित्रचित्रं चितयन्तमस्मै चित्रक्षत्रचित्रतां वयोधाम् चन्द्रं रजिं पूर्वीरं बृहन्तं चन्द्राभिर्गृणते योगस्व। ॐ राजाधिराजाय प्रसह्य साहिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महे समे कामान् कामकामाय मह्यं कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो ददातु कुबेराय वै श्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः। तन्महेशाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नः शिव प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तन्महेशाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नः शिव प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तन्महेशाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नः शिव प्रचोदयात्। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परम शिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परम शिवाय नमः। सर्वदेव देवी सर्वोपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परम शिवाय नमः। कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि रक्षान् धारयामि। ॐ यो मां पुष्पं वेद पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् भगवान् भवति चन्द्रमा वा अवां पुष्पं पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् भगवान् भवति य एवं वेद यो वामायतनं वेद आयतवान् भवति। ओम हरि ओम अग्निमीळे पुरोहितं यज्ञस्य देवं ऋत्विजं होतारं रत्नधातामं हरि ओम ईशेत्वोर्जे त्वा वायवस्थोपायवस्थदेवो वस्सविता प्रार्पयतु श्रेष्ठतमाय कर्मणे हरि ओम अग्न आयाहि वीतये गृणानो हव्यदातये निहोता सत्सि बर्हिषि हरि ओम शन्नो देवीरभिष्टय आपो भवन्तु भीतये शन्योरभिस्रवन्तु नः हरि ओम। ओम अथातो दर्श पूर्णमासो व्याख्यास्यामः प्रातरग्निहोत्रं हुत्वा अग्निमाहवनीयं प्रणीय अग्नीनन्वा ददाति आज्यं पुरुषमीशानं पुरुहूतं पुरस्कृतं परमेकाक्षरं ब्रह्म व्यक्ताव्यक्तं सनातनम्। ओम एकाकार समस्तलोकजनकं हेमाद्रिवानासनं नागापाशकिरीटकुण्डलधरं नागेन्द्रभूषोज्ज्वलं राकाचन्द्रसमानकान्तिमरुणं राजीवनेत्रार्चितं शोकारण्यभवानलं श्रुतिमहं शोणाद्रिनाथं भजे शिवाय रुद्राय शिवार्चिताय महानुभावाय महेश्वराय सोमाय सूक्ष्माय सुरेश्वराय शोणाद्रिनाथाय नमः शिवाय।
नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव। தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி
எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி
உண்ணாமுலை உமையாலோடும் உடனாகிய ஒருவன் உண்ணாமுலை உமையாலோடும் உடனாகிய ஒருவன் பெண்டாகிய பெருமான் மலை பெண்ணாகிய பெருமான் மலை திருமாமணி திகழ பெண்ணாகிய பெருமான் மலை திருமாமணி திகழ மன்னார்ந்தன அறிவித்திரல் மழலை முழுவு அதிரும் மன்னார்ந்தன அருவேத்திரல் மழலை முழுவு அதிரும் அண்ணாமலை தொழுவார்வனை அண்ணாமலை தொழுவார்வினை ஒழுவா வண்ணம் அருமே அண்ணாமலை தொழுவார்வினை ஒழுவா வண்ணம் அருமே. சிவா திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.
What are you doing there?
யாருக்கும் கொடுக்கவே இல்லை.
ஓம் तन्महेशाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्न शिव प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तन्महेशाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्न शिव प्रचोदयात्। ఓం తన్మహేశాయ విద్మహే వాగ్విశుద్ధాయ ధీమహి తన్నః శివ ప్రచోదయాత్. శ్రీ నిత్యానందేశ్వరీ పరమశివ శక్తి సమేత శ్రీ నిత్యానందేశ్వర పరమశివాయ నమః. సర్వదేవ దేవీ స్వరూపాయ భగవతే శ్రీ నిత్యానంద పరమశివాయ నమః. కర్పూర నీరాజనం సందర్శయామి, రక్షాన్ ధారయామి. ఓం స్వస్తి ప్రజాభ్య పరిపాలయంతాం న్యాయేన మార్గేణ మహిమహీషాః. గోబ్రాహ్మణేభ్యః శుభమస్తు నిత్యం. లోకాః సమస్తాః సుఖినో భవంతు. కాలే వర్షతు పర్జన్యః పృథివీ సస్యశాలినీ. దేశోऽयं శోభరహితः. బ్రాహ్మణాः సంతు నిర్భయాः. ఇది స్వస్తి మంత్రార్థాः సత్యాः సఫలా భవంతు. ఇది భవంతో మహాంతో న గృహ్ణంతు. తథాస్తు. అపుత్రా పుత్రిణः సంతు పుత్రిణः సంతు పౌత్రిణः. అధనా సధనా సంతు జీవంతు శరదశతం. ఇది భవంతో మహాంతో న గృహ్ణంతు. తథాస్తు. దుర్జనः సజ్జనో భూయాత్. సజ్జనः శాంతిమాప్నుయాత్. శాంతో ముచ్యేత వందేభ్యः. ముక్తశ్చాన్యాన్ విమోచయేత్. ఇది భవంతో మహాంతో న గృహ్ణంతు. తథాస్తు. రాజా ధర్మపతిః ప్రజా సుచరితాః. పూజాధనా సజ్జనాః. షట్కర్మ ప్రవరా ద్విజాః. ప్రతిదినం విద్యా అనవద్యా. సదా వాణీ సన్నిహితా. చిరం కవిముఖైః సానందవ్యాకులాః. సర్వే సంతు వైదిక ధర్మ అనుష్ఠాతారః. సౌజన్య సంతోషినః. ఇది స్వస్తి మంత్రార్థాः సత్యాः సఫలా భవంతు. ఇది భవంతో మహాంతో న గృహ్ణంతు. తథాస్తు. ఏషాం దేవదేవానాం మహాదేవానాం అఖిలాండకోటి బ్రహ్మాండ నాయకానాం సకల సృష్టి స్థితి సంహార తిరోభావ అనుగ్రహాఖ్య పంచకృత్య పరాయణానాం ఆదిమధ్యాంతరహితానాం అప్రమేయ పరాక్రమానాం తత్వార్థ గోచరానాం శ్రీ నిత్యానందేశ్వరీ పరమశివ శక్తి సమేత శ్రీ నిత్యానందేశ్వర పరమశివ స్వరూపానాం శ్రీ కాళభైరవ మహాకాళీ స్వరూపానాం శ్రీ కైలాసోన్నత ద్వాదశాంత శ్యామలా పీఠారూఢ శ్రీ మీనాక్షి సుందరేశ్వరాభిన్న స్వరూప పరశివపుత్ర రత్న కుమార గురుమన్య తుల్యావతార శ్రీ పార్వతీ స్తన్యపాన లబ్ధ దివ్య జ్ఞాన విశ్రుత సకల నిగమాగమ సారభూత ద్రావిడ వేద ప్రవక్త్రే శ్రీమత్ పరమశివ కరుణా సమధిగత ముక్తామయ చతురశ్రయాన గీయమాన ఛత్ర చామర శ్రీ చిన్నకాలాది సమస్త విరళావల్యలంకృత జ్ఞాన విజ్ఞాన చక్రవర్తి సర్వజన సంఘ సద్యో నిర్వాణ దీక్షా వర్ష విశ్రాన జీమూత పరమత కలభ కేసరి శైవ సిద్ధాంత స్థాపనాచార్య శ్రీ రాజాదిరాజ పాండ్య మహారాజ గురు క్షపణ శాఖ్యాది మహాంధకార నివారణ జ్ఞాన భాను వీక్షణానరహార ధ్వజోచ్ఛేదన పూర్వక శ్రీమద్ ఋషభధ్వజ స్థాపక శైవ సమయ కర్త్రే సర్వజ్ఞ పీఠారూఢ శ్రీ జగద్గురు శ్రీ జ్ఞాన సంబంధ దేశిక స్వామి భాగీష సుందర మాణిక్య వాచక స్వామినాం అవతారభూత శ్రీ జ్ఞాన సంబంధ స్వామి పునరుద్రద శ్యామలా పీఠ సర్వజ్ఞ పీఠ తృణవత్యుత్తర ద్విశతమ గురు మహాసన్నిధానానాం అరుణగిరి యోగీశ్వర పరంపరాగత అరుణాచల సర్వజ్ఞ పీఠ గురు మహాసన్నిధానానాం కైలాస పరంపరాగత కాంచీ కైలాస సర్వజ్ఞ పీఠ త్రయస్త్రింశదుత్తర ద్విశతమ గురు మహాసన్నిధానానాం నిత్యోత్సవ నిత్య మంగళ నిత్య కళ్యాణ నిత్య రచిత కైలాస పరంపరాగత ఆది కైలాస నిత్యానంద పీఠ మహాసంస్థాన మహాసింహాసన పీఠ కర్తృనాం సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ పరమశివ సముద్భూత
कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अशोत्तर सहस्र महामंडलेश्वरानां साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्रतम अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वरानां धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्ग पुरस्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधानानां कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधानानां कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरूणां श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारकानां श्री कैलास परमाचार्याणां श्रीमत् परमहंसानां परिव्राजकाचार्यवर्याणां सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूपानां श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठानां शील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परम शिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां सिद्धिः गुरु कृपा कटाक्ष सिद्धिः क्षेम स्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्यानां अभिवृद्धिः आरोग्य दृढ़गात्रता सिद्धिः आचंद्रार्क वंशाभिवृद्धिः धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फल पुरुषार्थ सिद्धिः सर्वेषां मनसा चिन्तित सत्कार्यानुकूल सिद्धिः भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परम शिव प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्तिश्च भूयात् इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तु तथास्तु सर्वे जना सुखिनः सन्तु तथास्तु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु तथास्तु समस्त सन्मङ्गलानि सन्तु तथास्तु सर्वत्र नित्यानन्द ध्वजारोहणं भवतु तथास्तु सर्वेषां श्रील श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परम शिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्र स्वामिनां पादारविन्दयोः अचञ्चला भक्ति सिद्धिः समेषां सहकुटुम्बानां सकलैश्वर्य प्राप्तिः गुरुकृपा कटाक्ष सिद्धिः क्षेम स्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्यानां अभिवृद्धिः परिपूर्ण कृपा कटाक्ष सिद्धिः अस्तु तथास्तु अयं धर्मः उत्तरोत्तरम् अभिवृद्धिरस्तु तथास्तु सर्वं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परम शिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु ओम नित्यानन्दम्
முகம் சென்றதில் அன்பு மலர்ந்திட ஆனந்தம் தருபவனே, நித்ய ஆனந்தம் தருபவனே. கல்மணம் தாண்டியுன் இன்முகம் நினைந்திட, கல்மணம் தாண்டியுன் இன்முகம் நினைந்திட முக்தி அளிப்பவனே, நித்ய அருணாச்சல சிவனே. அருணாச்சல சிவனே, நித்ய அருணாச்சல சிவனே. அபயம் தந்தம்மையாட்கொண்டிடவே, அபயம் தந்தம்மையாட்கொண்டிடவே கருணையால் உதித்தவனே, நித்ய அருணாச்சல சிவனே. மாதவம் செய்தந்த மங்கையும் ஏங்கிட பாகத்தை தந்தவனே, இடபாகத்தை தந்தவனே. வேண்டிடும் அன்பரை காத்திடவே இங்கு வேண்டிடும் அன்பரை.
तन्महेशाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नः शिव प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तन्महेशाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नः शिव प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तन्महेशाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नः शिव प्रचोदयात्। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परम शिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परम शिवाय नमः। सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परम शिवाय नमः। कर्पूर नीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि, रक्षां धारयामि। शोणाद्रीशावताराय ज्योतिस्तम्भस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। तत्त्वज्ञानप्रदाताय नित्यानन्देश्वररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। मूलप्रकृतिरूपाय परमशिवशक्तिस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। दण्डत्रिशूलहस्ताय कालकालस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। सर्वाभयविनाशकाय शत्रुसंहाररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। आदिपूज्योदेवाय सकृत्पूर्णत्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। योगपट्टाभिषिक्ताय राजसन्न्यासधारिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। सार्वभौमैकपत्याय राजराजार्चिताय च श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलम् कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलम् ज्ञानदायिने परमशिवाय श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलम्।
मङ्गलं श्रीविद्याम्बायै मङ्गलं कामदायिन्ये सर्वमङ्गलदात्री नित्यानन्देश्वर्यै मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलम् परमशिवाय नित्यानन्देश्वर्याय मङ्गलम्
त्वं स्मृतमहं धन्य मम प्राणमहेश्वर गंगाधर नामेति स्तोत्रस्थानं ददाम्यहम् हरिः ओम तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु ओम नित्यानन्दम्
We thank you all for joining us for the first day celebrations of the Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Brahmotsavam. We welcome you all for the continuing celebrations tomorrow evening with the Shatmurti Deeparadhana celebrations tomorrow evening at 7:30 p.m. Thank you. Nityanandam.
श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षिसुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वतीस्तन्यपानलब्धदिव्यज्ञान विश्रुतसकलनिगमागमसारभूतद्राविडवेदप्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणासमधिगतमुक्तामयचतुरश्रयान् गीयमानछत्रचामर श्रीचिह्नकाहलादिसमस्तबिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञानविज्ञानचक्रवर्ती सर्वजनसङ्घसद्यो निर्वाणदीक्षाव्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमतकलभकेसरी शैवसिद्धान्तस्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराज पाण्ड्यमहाराज गुरु क्षपणशाक्यादिमहान्धकारनिवारणज्ञानभानु वीक्षणानर्हार्हध्वजोच्छेदनपूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वजस्थापक शैवसमयकर्त्रे सर्वज्ञपीठारूढ श्रीजगद्गुरु श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिकस्वामि वागीशसुन्दरमाणिक्यवाचकस्वामिनाम् अवतारभूत श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धस्वामि पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमङ्गल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरजित कैलास परम्परागत आदिकैलास नित्यानन्दपीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठकर्तः साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञान वितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय।
தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தனு வந்து உதித்தான் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தனு வந்து உதித்தான் காக்கும் இறையே நட்பின் உருவாய் வந்த களிப்பால் கட்டு கடங்கா மகிழ்வு கொண்டே மலை போல் வரும் துயர் யாவையும் நொடிப்போதினில் பொடியாக்கிட புயலாய் வருவான் துணையென வருவான் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான் கருவங்களை தடமாற்றிட வெடிப்பான் தலை தூக்கிடும் கருவங்களை தடமாற்றிட வெடிப்பான் பின் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான் தினம் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான் பின் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான் தினம் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவார். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தார், வந்து உதித்தார். எந்தன் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான், நித்தின் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான். எந்தன் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான், நித்தின் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தார், வந்து உதித்தார். அவன் கருணை மழையில் நாமும் இரையாய் மாறக்கூடும். சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வார், அவன் சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வார். சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வார், அவன் சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வார். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான், வந்து உதித்தான்.
हृदयं पुण्यं सर्वशत्रुविनाशनं जयावहं जपे नित्यम् अक्षयं परमं शिवं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते. कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते. सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं सर्वपापप्रणाशनं चिन्ताशोकप्रशमनम् आयुर्वर्धनमुत्तमम् कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते. कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते. रश्मिमन्तं समुद्यन्तं देवासुरनमस्कृतं पूजयस्व विभस्वन्तं भास्करं भुवनेश्वरं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते. कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते. सर्वदेवात्मको हेश तेजस्वी रश्मिभावनः एव देवासुरगणान् लोकान् पादिकवस्तिभिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते. कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते. एष ब्रह्मा च विष्णुश्च शिवस्कन्द प्रजापतिः महेन्द्रो धनदकालो यमः सोमो ह्यपाम्पतिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
यश्विनौ मरुतो मनुः वायुर्वाग्नि प्रजाप्राण ऋतुकर्ता प्रभाकरः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
आदित्य सविता सूर्य खगशोषागभस्तिमान् सुवर्ण सखशोभानुर्हिरण्यरेता दिवाकर
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हरिदश्व सहस्रार्चि सप्तसप्तिर्मरीचिमान् तिमिरोन्मत्तन् शम्भुत्विष्ट मार्ताण्डांशुमान्
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हिरण्यगर्भ शिशिरः स्तपनो भास्करो रविः अग्निगर्भो अदिदे पुत्र शङ्कर शिशिरनाशनः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते हृदयं पुण्यं सर्वशत्रुविनाशनं जयावहं जपे नित्यम् अक्षयं परमं शिवं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं सर्वपापप्रणाशनं चिन्ताशोकप्रशमनम् आयुर्वर्धनमुत्तमं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते रश्मिमन्तं समुद्यन्तं देवासुरनमस्कृतं पूजयस्व विवस्वन्तं भास्करं भुवनेश्वरं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वदेवात्मको हेश तेजस्वी रश्मिभावनः एव देवासुरगणान् लोकान् पादिकबस्तिभिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते एष ब्रह्मा च विष्णुश्च शिवस्कन्द प्रजापतिः महेन्द्रो धनदकालो यमः सोमो ह्यपाम्पतिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
ह्यश्विनौ मरुतो मनुः वायुर्वाग्नि प्रजाप्राण ऋतुकर्ता प्रभाकरः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
आदित्य सविता सूर्य खगशोषागभस्तिमान् सुवर्ण सखशोभानुर्हिरण्यरेता दिवाकर
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हरिदश्व सहस्रार्चि सप्त सप्तिर्मरीचिमान् तिमिरोन्मत्तन् शम्भुत्विष्ट मार्ताण्डांशुमान्
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हिरण्यगर्भ शिशिरः स्तपनो भास्करो रविः अग्निगर्भो अदिदे पुत्र शङ्कः शिशिरनाशनः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनम्
தவ மோவுற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவ மோவுற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான் காக்குமிரையே நட்பின் உருவாய் வந்த களிப்பால் கட்டு கடங்கா மகிழ்வு கொண்டே மலை போல் வரும் துயர் யாவையும் நொடிப்போதினில் கொடியாக்கிட புயலாய் வருவான் துணையென வருவான் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான் கருவங்களை தடம் மாற்றிட வெடிப்பான் தலை தூக்கிடும் கருவங்களை தடம் மாற்றிட வெடிப்பான் பின் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான் தினம் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான் பின் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான் தினம் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான் எந்தன் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான், நித்தின் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான், எந்தன் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான், நித்தின் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்துதித்தான் வந்துதித்தான். கருணை மழையினில் நாமும் இரையாய் மாறக்கூடும், அவன் கருணை மழையினில் நாமும் இரையாய் மாறக்கூடும். சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வான், அவன் சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வான், சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வான், அவன் சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வான். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தனும் வந்து உதித்தான் வந்து உதித்தான்.